Hello. Welcome to the Louise book series. I'm Christina K-R-S-T-I-N-A. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, no fancy schmancy stuff going on here. And Betsy's going off already, and I just started. You want to see Betsy's identity? Dirty 30 New Year's Eve video 2023 into 2024. So, it is March, and I've gone bonkers with St. Patrick's Day. And it's next week, I believe it's next week. The Friday and Saturday before St. Patrick's Day, because St. Patrick's Day is a Monday this year, and that's Flashback Monday. So please go ahead and check out Flashback Monday, where we talk about all the books in this magazine. I love it. Don't forget If Thens on Fridays, which I went bonkers on, and we did St. Patrick's Day themed cozy mysteries. And then the next day on Saturday, it's I should have called it the Blarney, but I didn't think of it till afterwards, and I never said the word Blarney the whole video, so I wasn't going to use it as false advertising, because other people do that. So it's the Blarney, or the fake books by real authors. I was doing some research for the St. Patrick's Day cozies, and all these books came up. The titles are real, but they don't belong. This title and this author do not go together. It was like this title and maybe this author, but and some of the characters were right too. Some of the characters were associated with that particular author, but there was never a book by that author, by that title, by that description. And halfway through the video, I'm like, you know what? All these descriptions are really eerily similar. It was like, change the character's name, like John Smith in the first description, and then Terry Smith in the second description. And the second line was always, and takes place during St. Patrick's Day festivities. And I found myself saying St. Patrick's Day festivities about 30 or 40 times. So then after that, I think we're doing, don't quote me on this, contemporary romance. I'm not sure about that yet. And we're going to end the month with new releases for March. But right now, I've decided to go with the fairy tale aspect of St. Patrick's. Yeah, I know he's real, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, people have made the leprechaun into a fairy tale. So I decided to experiment. Most of these are regencies. Most of them. There's a couple of exceptions. Our first book here is an exception. Oh, I forgot my crown. How's my crown? Our first book here. I'm very, very highly unorganized today. Of Beast and Beauty. Except there's no uh still he'll always be afraid of me. We always be enemies at the core. She rules a wicked, selfish city, and my tribe suffers from her people's comfort. She's a queen. I'm her prisoner. I resent her. She fears me, and there are times when I fear her too. I'm her monster, and she's mine. But right now, none of it matters. Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. I just picked it up. Excuse me. Ah! I lost my crown. Anyways, an older, an older, and if anybody knows how to fix the lighting on my computer, let me know. I've managed to fix everything else but the lighting. An older version, an older fairy tale, This is on my shelf. It's been there for decades. The Princess and the Peas. P and the P. True American Princess Celia White stood to inherit her father's business empire, and with the 20th century right around the corner, the independent beauty had no intention of marrying some foreign nobleman seeking her money. Then on a trip to England, Cecil falls under the spell of a dashing peer who had more to recommend him than the length of his title and the size of his counting house. But Cecil didn't surrender her heart to the virile Earl of Greystone until he proved that the only treasure he wanted was her love. Aww. Uh, Another newer one. We're gonna do two of hers. MAIA Chance, Cinderella, 6 Feet Under. Ah, shoot. Here we go. The Variety Hall actress Ophelia Flack's plan to reunite her friend Prue with her estranged and allegedly wealthy mother Henrietta is met with a grim surprise. I'm sorry. Not only is the Marquis's Paris mansion a mouse-infested ruin, but Henrietta has inexplicably vanished, leaving behind an evasive husband, two sinister stepsisters, and a bullet-ridden corpse in the pumpkin patch decked out in a ball gown and one glass sipper, a corpse that also happens to be a dead ringer for Prue. Strangely, no one at 15 Rue Garine seems concerned about who plugged the luckless Cinderella or why, so the investigation is left to Ophelia and Prue. It takes them through the labyrinth maze of the Paris Opera, down the trail of the legendary fairy tale relic, into the confidence of the wily Prince Charmless, and makes them more vulnerable to the secrets of the mysterious couture designs of her own on Prue's ever-twisting family history. Well, that's interesting. Another older one that really isn't a fairy tale, but they use the terms, so I went with it, and it is quite a very popular series. I should take this off. It's not staying. I should have twisted it or something. Um, if you haven't seen it on TV, An Offer from a Gentleman. Sophie Beckett never dreamed she'd be able to sneak into Lady Bridgerton's famed masquerade ball, or that Prince Charming would be there, waiting there for her. Though the daughter of an earl, Sophie has been relegated to the role of servant by her disdainful stepmother. But now spinning in the arms of the debonair and devastating handsome Benedict Bridgerton, she feels like royalty. Alas, she knows all enchantment must end when the clock strikes midnight. Who is that extraordinary woman? Ever since that magical night, a radiant vision in silver has blinded Benedict to the attraction of any other, except this alluring and oddly familiar beauty dressed in housemaid's garb, whom he feels compelled to rescue from a most disagreeable situation. He has sworn to find and wed his mystery miss, but this hot, breathtaking maid makes him weak with wanting her. Yet if he offers her his heart, will Benedict sacrifice his only chance for a fairy tale love? Now, let's see if I can get through these. I tried to do these good. I don't have a twisty tie for that. Oh. The Spy Who Loved Me. Hawkins puts a unique stamp on Cinderella in a tale that shines with humor, sparkling dialogue, and plenty of sexual tension. Aspiring author Bronwyn Murdoch cares little about flirting and handsome men, perhaps why Prince Alexei Romanov finds her such a challenge. When Alexei begins his game of seduction, Bronwyn plans to play along and turn the tables on him. Alexei led a carefree life until his grandmother decided he should marry, and if it appears he is courting blue-stocking Bronwyn, she might be satisfied. Neither Alexei nor Bronwyn had any idea of the plots going on behind their backs or the adventure that awaits them. Interesting. See, did I write down a page? I just love this magazine. Beauty and the Duke, Melody Thomas. Thomas brings a powerful duo into a tale with a unique backdrop, brilliantly combining a dinosaur hunt, a murder mystery, and a love story. Once they were young lovers, but time and circumstances have taken Christine Summers to far-off places, searching for the fossils of prehistoric beasts, while Eric Boughton, the Duke of Cedric, has been twice widowed. Rumor has it he's cursed. When the remains of a dinosaur and some human bones are found on his property, Eric needs Christie's help. Since she has no fear of the so-called Devil Duke or the curse, Christine travels to Scotland and begins an excavation. Together they dig up the past and rekindle their passion. These are cute. Lenora Bell, How the Duke Was Won. 4 stars. Combine the Princess and the Pea with a dollop of Cinderella and you have Belle's fresh, lovely, lively romance. James, Duke of Harlan, needs a bride. Not just any bride, but one with a reputation so spotless it will wipe out his scandalous past. He chooses 4 candidates and invites them to his home. Charlene Beckett, illegitimate daughter of Earl and courtesan, needs money to pay back a loan, get medical help for her mother, and sell the family bordello. Then her father's wife offers her the money to masquerade as her half-sister, Lady Dorothea, and win the Earl. Charlene can do her best, but she's far too bold and a bit too well-rounded to fit into Dorothea's gowns. However, the strangest thing happens. James is attracted to all of her flaws. Aww. See. The trouble with being a duke. Barnes uses our cultural love affair with Cinderella story to her advantage as she crafts a fun, fast-paced, wish-fulfilling romance that tugs at the reader's heartstrings. Anthony Hurst, Duke of Kingsborough, discovers that anything can happen at the Kingsborough Ball. When he dances with a masked beauty, he knows he must find a bride, and he thinks he's found her, until she disappears. Anthony vows to track down his mystery woman no matter what. Isabella Chilcott has dreamed of waltzing at the Kingsborough Ball, but a lowly commoner cannot attend the social event of the season, or can she? With a beautiful gown unearthed in the attic and a mask, she can be anyone. A dance with the Duke is unexpected, and falling head over heels in love is impossible, or is it? There are many obstacles for Anthony and Isabella to come. Will it happen? We'll see. We shall see. I like this. Where'd it go? The Highlander's Desire. The Highland Desire is a Cinderella story with a Scottish twist, complete with the evil revelations and sort of magic that comes with true love. Lachlan Macmillan has no illusion about love since the day his beloved wed another. He's planning to build a new life by marrying Lord Kagara's daughter, Katrina, to gain the land he desires. Then he spies a serving girl, Anna McCleaver. Anna has been a servant in her uncle's house since her mother's death. She has no dreams of love and marriage since she saw how it ruined her mother's life. But Lachlan's arrival makes her long for something and someone else. As a relationship begins between them, jealousy and hatred is unleashed. Ah, we shall see. Um, this, if I can find it, um, this was different, but it's not a Regency. And I said there's a couple in here that are not Regencies. But this was different. And I decided to keep it in here. Once Upon a Prince. Hawk's modern-day fairy tale will bring a smile to readers' faces. Although political details bog down the plot slightly, the heartwarming tale's positive outweighs the negative. Fans of The Princess Diaries will love this ordinary girl meets prince story. After Susanna's longtime sweetheart dumps her, her plans for a future up in the air. She meets Nate, who is actually Prince Nathaniel Brighton, and the two fall for each other. Yet Brighton law states that the future king must marry someone from his own country. Oops. See what happens. Olivia Stroke of Midnight. Drake's flair for mystery blended with humor and passion will delight readers. The Cinderella sisterhood's next member finds life is hardly a fairy tale since her fiance accused her father of theft. Laura broke her engagement and fled to Portugal with her father, but when her father is murdered on a return trip to England, she accepts a position as an elderly lady, Josephine's companion. Laura feels safe until she discovers her ex-fiance, Alexander Ross, the Earl of Copley, is Josephine's nephew. Oh, good God. See what happens there. Got 4.5 stars. Let's see. Now we've got a couple. This is another Drake book. Let's see. And ah, if the slipper fits. Olivia Drake. Cinderella knew it was all about the shoes, and so does Master Storyteller Drake as she kicks off the Cinderella Sisterhood. Oh, so this is the book before that one. Left on the steps of the girls' school, Annabel Quinn yearned for life outside Yorkshire. Her chance comes when she's hired as a governess to an orphan duke. Annabel arrives in Cornwall and discovers the duke's uncle, Lord Simon Westbury, wants nothing to do with her. Simon finds the governess irritating but can't stop thinking about her. Ooh. That's it. Write down the page number, but not the name of the book. Let's see. Oh, Alyssa James. She's been here a couple times. The Ugly Duchess. 4.5 stars. With the latest in her fabulous fairy tale series, James Twist on the Ugly Duckling sweeps readers into an uplifting love story with just the right amount of poignancy, tenderness, sensual, and pure romance. Theo Saxby only but truly felt once. Theo Saxby only felt truly once the summer her best friend James Ryburn became ill and lost his sight. It was Daisy, as only he calls her, who kept him company until he was well. When James' father gambles away Theo's fortune, James must marry her to cover up the embezzlement. James would marry Theo for no reason other than he loves her, and he prays she never uncovers the truth. But she does, and scandalizes the ton by separating from James, who forges his own future by going to the sea. When James comes back 7 years later to reclaim his Daisy, a woman of grace, popular, and style, love, the pirate has returned. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would she get upset if he really loves her and that's the reason he married her? I don't get it. I don't get it. Wait. The Serpent Prince. Is there no let's see. 27. The Serpent Prince. Elizabeth Waite. 4.5 stars. Hoyt's final fantastic novel in the Prince trilogy magically blends fairy tale, reality, and romance in a delicious sensual feast or savor. Viscount Simons was beaten to near death by his enemy and nursed back to health by Lucy Craddock Hayes, who had the good luck to find him lying naked near her home. Kind-hearted Lucy finds it difficult to resist Simon's teasing and sophistication when it comes to wooing women. When Simon discovers she's a talented artist, he commissions her to illustrate a fairy tale and tells her of the Serpent Prince and the Goat Girl. But as Simon recuperates, his enemy returns, and his plans to revenge bring danger. See what happens there. Another Hoyt book to beguile a beast. All in purple. Four and a half stars. The third legend in the Four Soldiers Quartet is a magical love story that reads like a mystical tale and a real and highly passionate romance. Desperate to be free of her protector, Helen Fitzwilliams takes her children to Sir Aladin Munro's castle, where she poses as his new housekeeper. Since Alastair returned from the colonies physically and emotionally scarred, he has hidden away in his dusty old keep. At first he sees only Helen's beauty, but as she and the children make changes in his life, he glimpses her compassion, bravery, and intelligence. Helen makes a home out of a castle and finds love with a man who appreciates her, but her protector will never allow her freedom as her past comes crashing down on them. See what happens there. Another one by MAIA. Again. We're gonna wait on it. The Princess and the Peer. Hey, he's got clothes on. Mm. Minor Chance, Beauty, Beast, and Belladonna. Shoot. Oh well. No special editing here. Variety Hall actress Ophelia Flax knows how to win over an audience. That's why she's accepted the marriage proposal of British Comte Graf Nettie, her occasional investigative partner and romantic sparring partner, the pompous if dashing Professor Penrose. But with his boorish table manners, wild mane of hair, and the habit of prowling away the wee hours, the Comte has shredded Ophelia's last nerve. She intends to disengage him from her feral fiancé at his winter hunting party until Penrose. She's always got to go off. But with the boorish table manners, wild mange of hair, and habit of prowling away the wee hours, the Comte has shedded Ophelia's last nerve. She intends to disengage from her feral fiancé at a winter hunting party until Penrose, his lovely new fiancé, and a stagecoach are stranded travelers arrive at the Comte's sprawling chateau. Soon she can't tell the Boers from the Boers. When one of the guests is found clawed in a body in the orangery, Ophelia is determined to solve the murder before everyone starts believing the local version of Beauty and the Beast. Interesting. And our final book is our newest book, Sarah MacLean, Brazen and the Beast. When Lady Henrietta Seeley declares her 29th year her own, she has plans to inherit her father's business, to make her own fortune, and to live her own life. But first she intends to experience a taste of the pleasures she forego as confirmed spinster. Everything is going perfectly until she discovers the most beautiful man she's ever seen, tied up in her carriage and threatening to ruin the year of Hattie before it even begins. The bastard's proposal, when he wakes in a carriage at Hattie's feet, Wit, a king of the Covent Garden known to all the world as the Beast, can't help but wonder about the strange woman who frees him, especially when he discovers she's headed for a night of pleasure on his turf. He is more than happy to offer Hattie all she desires for a price. An unexpected passion. Soon Hattie and Wit find themselves rivals in business and pleasure. She won't give up her plans, he won't give up his power. But neither of them sees that if they're not careful, they'll have no choice but to give up everything, including their hearts. So what do you think of my little venture into fairy tale land? Was it good? Was it good? Hey, and check out next week's cozies. It's going to be interesting. It really is. I got some good cozies. And the fake books by real authors. That's good too. I hope you have a good day. And don't forget to check out If Then's on Fridays and Star Trek Next Generation earlier today, because this is the If Then. Forgot to say that before, but this is the If Then video. If you like this author, you might like that author. Fairy tale version. Have a good one.